Hey guys, it's Kevin Tiggin here saying go to YouTube, go over to Patreon, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, follow us everywhere. The links are down below. And now let's get into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the only podcast recorded outside with smiles on our faces while the world's on fire. And here he is. He's been put out. He's damp, dewy, and ready to podcast. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Checkmate. You're listening to Apocalypse Soon or watching it. The podcast with no upside. I'm Eddie Pepitone. It's a gorgeous day in Southern California. No homes or cars or structures are on fire. No chemicals are going into the air. I see men in the park walking around shirtless with their dogs the way God intended. If you have a dog and you're a man, take off your goddamn shirt and get out in the vitamin D sunshine. Let your freak flag fly, as they say. Right, Kev? How are you, bud?
Oh, I'm good, buddy. I'm getting ready to take my shirt off, though, but it's not as appealing.
Well, there's no dog with us. As soon as the dog comes over, that would be funny if as soon as the dog comes over, we both just take off our shirts.
It just feels right.
It just feels right.
Remember we did an episode with our shirts off out here right after the tree fell.
That's right. I had a lot of lovemaking offers.
Oh, yeah. No, I just remember a lot of people, as they were walking by, the reflection off our bare skin blinding people. But what a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I said lovemaking offers, not sex. I'm not about sex. I'm about a process where I put candles around a bathtub, poetry's involved, and no sex, because I can't get erection. So that's what I'm about. There's a couple of squirrels. It looks like they're trying to fuck. Now that's fucking. That is not lovemaking. There are a couple of squirrels who are making incredible fucking noises, and yeah, they're just fucking, and there's no love involved. It's right. There was no like, hey, Tommy, you wanna backdoor me? No, it doesn't go that way, right?
Yeah, these squirrels, man, they're not about that foreplay. They get right into it. You're the opposite of a squirrel. You're all about the foreplay.
It's all foreplay.
Oh, yeah, even fight.
I actually will say to the person I'm with, man, woman, it doesn't matter anymore, and they're in the tub, and I get out of the tub, nothing's happened, just candles, poetry, maybe jazz, light jazz on a radio. Portable radio, still important for lovemaking in a bathroom. No MP3 devices.
No way.
Portable radio. And I'll get out of the tub, and I'll say, you know what? I'm going to catch the movie Anora. You stay here. If I come back, I come back. No big deal.
A woman loves the sound of just light static. When you're almost able to tune a station in, it's something about it. Just when that
I'll tell you what's about it, Kev. It's nostalgia. It's sentimentality. I think we're all already sick of, the digital, streaming. Because we know, in our hearts of hearts, we know that this shit is going to burn. Like we were in the fires recently, and there was no internet.
No.
I went down, no electricity. I had no internet. I didn't know what to do, so I just started jerking off.
I mean, that's
I just started
pure analog.
Right, I couldn't get online, so I just grabbed my Johnson.
Dude, I wonder if pregnancy, like births, are going to go up in 9 months from the 2 days of no electricity. Because I remember hearing about that phenomena in New York forever ago when there was a big
By the way,
outage.
that's hilarious to me. Is because people are fucking all the time. Are you kidding? Electricity has to go out for birth rates to go up? I don't think so.
Well, the internet goes out. My wife will jump me, man. You know, if the internet's out, there's nothing else to do. You know, she gets real bored.
And I just see you snipping the internet constantly. You have a little, you have workman pliers that you're just snipping.
Yeah. I don't know, honey. I don't know how it happened.
I don't know, baby, but I guess it's time for me to make incredible love to you.
That's right.
Okay, as long as the internet's out. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
This is going to be the most beautiful 33 seconds of your life, baby. That's what I always
Wow,
tell.
you're up to 33.
Yeah, I've been edging, you know, a lot.
Oh man, so let's see what's going on with you, brother. I don't think we've talked much. Have you been doing spots at the old Improv?
You know, I have been kind of laid up in bed for
What do you mean?
a while.
Right.
I've been limping around.
Right. You told
I've only
me.
had to cancel one show, but I also, you know, I like going out to other shows and going to mics.
You like being around.
Yeah, well, and it gets me booked too, you know, because you run into somebody.
That's true.
Yeah, you do. Hey, you got to do my show. I go, okay, cool. So, I mean, it's been like 10 days where I've been just kind of spending most of my time in bed with my foot up because the gout has been killing me.
This man is a cautionary tale, everybody.
Yes.
He's got gout. Now, that is originally a pirate's disease.
That's right.
Pirates got scurvy,
Oh,
rickets, and gout.
yeah, it's no good. I like to really connect with my ancestors when it
Yeah.
comes to my diseases.
No, but that sucks. And we were talking about it, and you were saying you're following your dietary restrictions.
Yes.
But somehow burning off fat has led to this.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can come up with. And when I went to the emergency room or the urgent care, that's what they were saying too. Because they're like, either you're lying to us, or, I mean, if that's what it is, you know, that's probably what it is, you know, because the fat. But most doctors have no clue what they're talking about with gout. Like, so.
Man, there are some bad. You know, you would think in a profession like doctors, like, you know, a medical professional,
Yeah.
that there wouldn't be shitty ones just because of the importance of their work. You don't mind a shitty, I don't know, filing clerk. I don't know. You know, you don't mind a shitty Verizon salesperson.
No, not too bad. You know, or like a guy that's changing your oil. You know, it's a quick interaction. But when it's somebody where because I'm like, dude, I'm in pain in there, and I'm going, Doc.
How bad is the pain on a 1 to 10?
Oh, it gets to a 10. I mean, it gets to an
Whoa.
absolute 10 without a
Whoa.
doubt. Yeah.
And you said the weed helps you have a better attitude,
The
right?
weed
you
helps
smoke
me-
a little marijuana.
Yes.
A little marijuana helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. That's a Julie Andrews. Sound of Music, is that one?
Oh, no, I think that's Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. That's right.
With the brilliant Cockney accent of Dick Van Dyke.
I also. Was he
Mary?
doing a horrible Cockney accent?
Oh, it's so bad, but it's comical.
right.
You know, so it kind of works.
Van Dyke, who is, I believe, 99 or something,
Crazy.
was evacuated during the fires.
Oh, wow.
And more evacuation story. David Lynch, they say it may have killed him. He had to evacuate. He
No.
died at 78 of emphysema. He was a heavy-duty smoker, but
Yeah.
the fires, I think, they had to evacuate, and Lynch, I think, just succumbed to all of
Yeah.
that, in the shit in the air
Yeah.
and the stress or whatever.
God, emphysema is brutal. It's like drowning when you're above water.
How do you know? Oh, you had a relative with it, I would think.
Yeah.
Because Fresno, there's a lot of emphysema, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a big bowl of pollution. So all the pollution from San Francisco and LA funnels down into the Central Valley. So, yeah. I had buddies in
You
grade
grew
school.
up in that, man.
Yeah, it never bothered me. I never had asthma or anything like that.
Never
but
did, huh?
Never did, but I had buddies I had two friends that their parents moved them out of California completely. And that was one of the reasons was that their kids had
They should have
horrible
moved
asthma.
them to the coast, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yes, yeah. No,
It's expensive to live well.
It's too bad. It's really too bad that it is so expensive to live
It's
well.
expensive to live poorly now.
Yeah.
Never mind well.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. You know, they supposedly California is going to come down hard on people who are price gouging after the fires, landlords.
That would be great.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We will see. I would love to keep track of that shit because the rents out here in Los Angeles and I think all of California.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are just insane, and I can't believe it because I've been looking for a new place. You know, I want to get out of this. I've been in this place for a while, and all the rents they're not doing me any favors.
No,
they're all the same or a little higher, you know, and it's just bullshit.
It's very frustrating. The further you have to get away from the main hub of LA, the further you go out, the cheaper it gets. But even with me up there in the hills, you know, the prices keep still going up. You know,
You are,
I'm in Tujunga.
Yeah, I went there, and it's a bit of a drive. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need up there.
Yeah.
And it's not that far away. How long does it take you to get to the Improv from there?
About 45 minutes.
Oh, that's not you see, for me, I'm at the Improv.
Yeah. Well, luckily I've got, I'm listening to Cher's new autobiography on Audible.
Right. That's a good way to deal with it.
It is. I'm listening. Who
are you listening to lately, Kev?
Right now, I'm in the middle of listening to Cher, her biography.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I just see you in the car. Thieves, tramps, and thieves.
Yeah. Well, they just. I'm in the part right now where they're just getting the Sonny and Cher show.
Shit.
Yeah.
I want to hear that. There's always horror stories about television shows.
Oh, yeah.
There's always stories about the acrimony, like, I'm trying to think, like Gleason and Carney, I think, had a big falling out.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think they, and then there were other things like, I don't know. A lot of fucking people wouldn't talk to each other.
To Penny Marshall's autobiography, and she said that's how it was on Laverne and Shirley.
What?
That her and Laverne and Shirley were not getting along.
Penny Marshall and
the other girl from Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, I know it's the other girl. I thought you would know her name. I don't know her name.
She said it a few times, but yeah, there was it got big egos. Huge egos.
Yeah.
And Penny Marshall was just there because her brother, Gary Marshall, was the producer, So
Gary Marshall, by the way, has a theater over here in Burbank, about 10 minutes away, that has stopped doing plays. Gary Marshall died a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And he was legendary. Absolutely. I met him. I went there. I saw a friend's play. And he was real cool. I mean, he created The Odd Couple, the television, which was so incredible. Happy Days.
Yeah. This guy was
on and on and on. And it's funny because I was walking the dog by the Gary Marshall Theater the other day. I had Charlotte with me. And I saw a guy outside the theater. They're not doing any plays anymore. They're doing all little kiddie bullshit, like... Your kid learns how to finger bang. So I go to the guy who was watering the lawn.
Finger bang?
I go, what's going on with the theater? Why aren't there any more plays? And I must have done it with an attitude because he was like, what? Not enough people come to the theater. And I go, but you're not doing any plays. What do you mean not enough people come? You got to advertise. And he said, be careful. He said to me, be careful what you say, sir. I have been working here a long time. And all of a sudden... he turned it into a potential fight.
Really?
Yeah, he was on edge, this guy, and I wasn't going to back down. I said, the community wants theater, not kiddies painting.
Yeah.
And he was like, be careful what you say. And I said, let me tell you something. And he said, I've been working here a long time, and...
is he still in the booth just pressing on the microphone?
I don't know what he's doing.
Sir, you better be careful what you say, sir.
Yeah. But now I always walk my dog past the theater there, and now I avoid it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't want to see him again. I'm sure in a fist fight, I would easily lose. But
Oh, I don't know. I think you got some fire in there.
that's true. I've got a lot of passion.
Dude,
I've got a lot of passion.
So my kids get locked down all the time at school because of fights.
Fist fights?
Fist fights between kids. Just
How old
fighting.
are they?
This is a high school.
Oh,
So-
yeah. We used to have that, too, in
Yeah.
Brooklyn. I went to Brooklyn Tech, which I was in the class, by the way, in Brooklyn Tech. By the way, we're just doing free-form podcasts today. We had to throw this podcast together pretty quickly because I'm going to Oakland, and I'm doing Petaluma, Hayward, and Turlock.
Turlock, baby. That's my hometown.
I'm playing
that's
3 meth
my
labs.
area.
I'm playing 3 meth labs up there.
You're going to be just on a pallet on top of a bunch of those blue barrels, that they dissolve bodies in.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say to the audience, we didn't have enough time to get a guest.
Yeah.
We're trying to get, some really good guests. So anyway, this is just a free-form podcast. So anyway, this guy with the Gary Marshall Theater was just, it's funny how you never know.
You really never know.
Who's going to be high-strung with you, and I don't even know, I'm not even aware sometimes of how confrontational I might get. Like, why aren't you running? I was just like, why don't you do some fucking real theater? Like, American Buffalo or Glengarry Glen Ross or Picnic.
He starts getting red in the face, and this motherfucker.
Sir, have you gone to I said, yes, I have gone to this theater. He started challenging me. When's the last time you bought a ticket? He really said that to me. I'm like,
dude, I get it,
you.
though. I bet he feels exactly the way you do. You know what I mean? I bet he feels the exact same way. And then he's sitting in this booth watching people not fill up these seats for these great plays over the years. And then some jackass comes along and goes, how come there's no plays here anymore?
We originally got onto this because you mentioned Gary Marshall.
Yes.
And he had to have more money than God. I mean, more money than God.
Absolutely.
And that's why he bought himself a theater in Burbank, and his family must have had more money than God, but nobody's fucking putting it in.
It's too bad. I mean, that's the thing, too, about, like, if you do have a place where you have a bunch of money and you're not dependent on that, like, do something creative and fun, that you want to do. You don't have to be focused on,
Hey!
Stop coptering around.
How many times have I told you with the helicopter blades? Sorry, folks, there's joyriding again.
I always see those little passion stores, those little passion projects. You go to some towns, and they have them in, like, Beverly Hills, where you walk into this place, and they're selling, artsy artisan toothpicks and, regionally sourced underwear and just bullshit.
Regionally sourced underwear.
If you gone in one of those stores where there's hardly anything for sale, it's in a high rent area.
Oh.
And you're going, how the fuck did these guys stay in business? You know what I mean? Like, it always blows me away.
And they're selling weird,
just nothing, like random stuff. Like,
right.
I've seen one that was literally it was all like T-shirts, and there was 4 different styles, and that was it. And some of these places where you're going, they must have a rich spouse or something that's just helping them out.
Yeah. Look, Barbara, here's enough money. Sell 4 T-shirts. Just get the fuck away from me.
Let me produce my movies, Barbara. Yeah, I would imagine that there's probably some wealthy guy who just wants to get his wife out of the house. And he's like, just sell your dream catchers, Martha.
Or some wealthy woman who wants to get her little rent boy.
That's right.
Her little, let's not just say it's men, because times have changed. Some women have fortunes now. I try to make love to them. And try to be, I need a sugar mommy.
Well, you opened up that store in Beverly Hills where you just
did.
It's just one bed, one bed in the room, and
One bed in the room where I lay down, and then I sell my CDs. But your kids, this all started because your kids get locked down because of fights.
yeah, fights. They've had 2 stabbings this year.
What the is that in Tahunga?
That's in Tahunga, yeah. And I mean,
This
we haven't
is so
seen,
bad.
We haven't seen anything like this. But I mean, I've looked it up. I literally was like, is this unusual? And apparently, schools, they have a stabbing or 2 every year. So it's like
They have a stabbing or 2.
or 2. It depends on how many days in the month. But yeah, it's pretty wild. But I talked to my daughter's like, hey, we're locked down. She messages me. And then me and my wife are like, oh, my God, are you okay? They're like, we're fine. No big deal. I'm like, what happened? Some kid got stabbed. And I'm like, that seems like a big deal. They're like, it's fine. He's fine.
He's fine. It was in the throat.
Yeah.
And, they were able to sew it up pretty quickly.
It'll be great. Yeah, I got to see her do a Broadway review at her school where she did a scene from Anne Frank with like 4 of her friends.
Scene from Anne Frank.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the stabbing, we are going to do a scene from Anne Frank to get everybody's priorities in order.
But it was cool. It was cool to see like my kids, doing the acting and whatnot, not getting stabbed.
Yeah. Is she interested in actress?
She is. She enjoys that. I don't think it's like her main thing, but they got into an a cappella group 2 years ago, a school-related a cappella group that started doing musical stuff. And so then she started getting into musicals, and then so yeah, she's getting into it more and more. My son's just swamped with homework from all of his AP classes, so he doesn't do
all
much.
of his what?
His AP classes.
What does AP mean?
Advanced placement. So it's college classes.
Oh, a little humble brag.
Oh yeah.
My son is
boy.
an advanced placement child.
No, he's a little smarty pants, man. He's a good
While
kid.
my kid lives in the earth, my child lives underground and just comes up and I throw him little chunks of beef occasionally. No, I don't have a kid, of course. Everybody knows that. I am childless and proud of it. I'm proud of it. I didn't add to this disaster of a planet that we are on, this absolute disaster, even though today, again,
Very nice.
we mentioned this on the Pemberton episode. It looks beautiful. It's beautiful. A nice breeze. Just nice.
Yeah, very nice. Did you ever? I don't know if I asked you this. Have you ever had a pregnancy scare?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought I was pregnant actually about 2 years ago. I had made love. It was in our prison system.
Yes.
And I was showering, and I became someone's bitch.
Well, the prison systems are a bastion for romance.
I don't know if I would call it romance. He claimed it was dominance, and it had to do with the pack of cigarettes. Anyway, I was supposed to pay him a pack of cigarettes. I didn't have the money. He said, down on all fours, bitch. And I thought I was pregnant, but it turned out to be a goiter.
Oh, thank God. A goiter. By the way, I feel like that's another old pirate disease
It
that
is.
you would get.
That's right. That's where we originally kind of got off track when you
The
were talking
gout.
about your gout,
Yeah. It's real fun.
Sucks.
It sucks, but it comes and goes. Like I didn't have an attack for like almost a year, and so it's coming
But
back.
you had to cut out. I think it was a lot of sugar.
Sugar. I try to cut
Alcohol?
out alcohol. A majority of alcohol. Yeah.
Why not just cut your goddamn heart out? Oh, you can't have sugar, alcohol, or you cannot
pork?
touch breasts or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't fondle anybody anymore.
The
Like
doctor.
all the pleasurable things in the world.
The doc's like, hey, it's very unfortunate, but no pork, no seafood. You got to stay away from alcohol. Also, if your penis becomes even slightly aroused, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go to an emergency room.
You're going to have to think bad thoughts. I would suggest go see Anne Frank as many times, the play, I mean. Go see the play Anne Frank as many times as you possibly can.
Performed by teenagers, I suggest.
Hey, we got a couple of emails.
Oh.
And the Crimmins is one of my favorite set of fans. The Crimmins is one of my favorite set of fans. Always have great ideas for characters, so I want to try to do a couple.
I love that. That's great. We haven't done any bits in like a month.
I know.
It's wild.
It's okay.
But people do. Somebody did mention that they missed Alan Margaret and how dare you end it. And,
let's see. Hold on.
Some guy made a painting of me. Did you see that?
Some guy what?
One of our followers, Foxforth, I think is his name. He painted me.
Oh, Foxforth. I love Foxforth.
Great
He's
guy.
my favorite. He's got this dog named Guapo, and him and Guapo are hilarious.
Yes.
Hello, Foxy. Shout out to Fox. He made the painting?
He made a painting. He made us a short little reel. I shared it.
Why didn't I see that?
Oh,
anyway, I want to
see.
read. Foxy, thank you so much. Me and him communicate a bunch, and
that's great.
he makes me these videos of it. He feeds his dog, he walks his dog. It's hilarious. Beautiful pit bull.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So, dear Eddie, we loved your solo podcast last week. This is Joanne and Stephen Crimmins. Because you mentioned us by name as two of your fans. We're glowing with tertiary stardom.
Ooh.
Again, that's right. You're going to glow more now. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to hearing more from the father, son, brother antics of the Inscrupulata brothers. And my favorite all-time Eddie bit, the Italian alien. And here are some suggestions.
Nice.
The Italian alien interrupts a guided meditation to ask annoying questions. Let's try that one first.
Let's try it. And now, as California burns and cools and burns and cools, it's time for another guided meditation with Eddie Pepito.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having a blessed day. Remember, you are holy and you are divine. And you are mine. You are mine, you son of a bitch. Now, just ignore the Italian alien, folks. You want to get to your core. I'll get to your core and shove a meatball in it and then fuck you for good measure. Please, the Italian alien, folks, will not affect you if you're in loose-fitting clothing and you take, with your first in-breath, take this right in your ass. Now, folks, I want you to ignore the Italian era. Take your first in-breath, and with that in-breath, get in touch with your holiness, your divinity, your white light or golden light. Golden light! And don't you make me laugh. You know what we use a golden light for on our fucking planet? We use it to roll. We use it to roll people in. It's honey. It's honey. That's what the golden light is. I suck on you. Okay, folks. Oh, I think the bit was supposed to be he's
asking annoying questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have a question for you. What is it, Italian alien? Let me just get back to my people for 1 second, then I'll take your question. Okay. Folks, with that in-breath, take in your divinity, your holiness, your white light, your golden light, and let it permeate your soul to the point that you feel lightheaded. Here's my question. Why are you such an asshole? Now, Italian alien, that is not a very good question. That is more of an insult. Okay, here's a question. How come How come light-fitting clothing is so expensive? Okay, now that is a decent question. I'll tell you why. Because we live in a greedy capitalist society that has profit before people, and it's gotten worse and worse. Everybody has become completely narcissistic. Oh, shut up! Okay, do you have another question, Italian alien? Yes. How come there are no more cheerleading competitions on ESPN? Good question. I myself have been looking for it. I love it when the cheerleaders jump up and do the split. You're a little Italian alien. Let me just get back to my people. Now, folks, you've breathed in that beautiful golden light, and now I want you to breathe out all your tension, all your doubts, all your misgivings, all your regret, everything. How about diarrhea? Can you let go of diarrhea? That isn't a question. Well, I guess it is a question, but you know, diarrhea, Italian alien, is caused by stress. Oh, you don't have to tell me. I have diarrhea all over this galaxy. By the way, our special tonight is fettuccine alfredo. All right, so I think I did that one. Now,
Okay, and thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Another one, a casting. This is from Joanne and Stephen Crimmins. A casting couch audition for the role of spokesperson for Eau de Pepitone and Eddie Kevin Joint.
I love it. All right, so I'll just have you audition for it. That's great. All right. And now Eddie Pepitone auditions for his own perfume. Mr. Pepitone.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, come on in. Go ahead and sit on the couch.
Hey,
there.
can I get a bottle of water and a cough drop?
Absolutely.
I mean, whenever I do voiceovers, bottle of water, cough drop, some honey.
Yeah, Meredith, could you get him a bottle of water and some cough drops and some honey, please?
Absolutely, on my way, Big Pep.
Not the old-timey Smucker's cough drops.
I wouldn't get you that, buddy. I got you the good stuff.
Okay, now let's see. Now I'd like to see. Now you are you familiar with the perfume here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Yeah, it's based on me.
Now you got the sides we sent you there, and just
Yes,
feel
I
free.
did. Thank you. Can I just start with it?
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna get a couple more people in here. We got
All
the
right.
producer, and
All
then
right.
our casting agent. Here, I'm the director, and this
Okay.
is my mother-in-law.
Now, by the way, we're on the casting couch. You're not going to diddle me or anything, are you?
now let's not put the cart before the horse here, pal.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't want to be the cart and you're the horse. You know what I'm saying?
Hollywood is a very complex system, and we'll find
All
the
right.
necessary.
All right. Enough said.
Absolutely. Go ahead, and whenever you're ready, you just go ahead, and we'll start the commercial now. And action.
Are you feeling like a slimy brick that has been left in a ditch in upstate New York?
Oh, I like that.
Are you feeling like the only person you could make love to is a person buried in the earth for many years, a corpse? Well, then have I got a perfume for you.
He's really nailed down the demographic for this perfume. It's very good.
Pepitone. Eau de Pepitone is not just a scent. It's a way of life, a disgusting way of life. Something that someone like R. Crumb would have loved. Pepitone.
Great reference to the R. Crumbs.
Eau de Pepitone. Anyway, that's my take on the whole product.
That was fantastic. I really like that. Now, you had mentioned earlier something about being diddled on the couch there, and I'm not saying that we want to do that, but maybe. Now, are you comfortable?
Am I comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah, besides, I have a steel plate in my head, so there's always constant discomfort. I got smacked around when I was in the Marines. It was an initiation thing, you know?
Wow, that's a
and
lot.
they were
yeah.
like, soldier, and I was like, go fuck yourself. I don't want to be here. Apparently, I had stumbled into a Marine boot camp. I was just looking for a bookstore.
Wow. Well, all the ingredients in the recipe of who you are really has come together in this moment, and I didn't realize that you'd been abused in the military.
You know, oh, yeah. The military, it's all about, it's about a brotherhood, a camaraderie, but I think abuse is at the center of it.
Yeah. Now, for this commercial...
Did I get the gig, by the way? I mean, the perfume is named after me.
Yeah, and that's something our board of directors has to discuss, of course. But after the last incident we had with the meeting, we had you in there. There was definitely a lot of things that we had to change around.
By the way,
and whatnot.
where are my cough drops? You know, I like those Swedish
Meredith?
cough drops and a bottle of water.
Oh, that's right, Meredith. Here you go. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, honey. It's right here.
Oh, thank you, Meredith.
No problem.
Hey, Meredith, what are you doing later? I just splashed a little eau de peppertone on me.
Oh, you smell just like the wharf of
All right.
the sea.
All right, let's go on to another Joanne. Okay, check out this one. This is Joanne and Stephen Crimmins' suggestion. The guy, and by the way, email us, folks. These are emails, and look at all the attention it gets, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Email us. We get great emails. This one, the guy with dementia makes fun of the products at Whole Foods.
All right.
All right?
And now...
So you be a store clerk, and I'll be the guy with dementia.
Okay. And now a man with dementia goes to Whole Foods.
Yeah, hi. Can I first question? You work here?
Yes, absolutely, sir. Happy to help. What can I do for you?
My first question is, where am I?
Oh, you are in the Whole Foods here.
Okay, that's where I want to be.
Okay, good.
My
good.
second question is, what is rice? I see you have this thing called rice. What the hell is it?
Well, here at Whole Foods, we got all kinds of rice.
Well, what is rice?
Well, rice is a vegetable, basically.
A vegetable?
Yeah, it's growing out of the ground.
My
and,
wife calls me a vegetable.
Well, I'm sure that's not true.
She's supposed to be here. I don't know where she is, what she looks like, how many years we've been together,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, my wife, I barely recognize her anymore, but,
Hey.
she's with me.
Hey, I don't need to hear your problems. Why is protein powder $100 a bag? Who do you sell to here?
No, this protein
Billionaires?
powder-
Oligarchs?
Well, we feel here at Whole Foods that even if you're not
Where?
a billionaire at Whole Foods,
What is Whole Foods?
that's where we're at. We're in Whole Foods, the
Oh my
grocery
God,
store.
I'm supposed to be at the doctor.
Well, this definitely isn't the doctor.
Margaret? Yes, Al. Where the hell am I, Al? You're at Whole Foods. Margaret, I'm scared, Al. Now, this is supposed to be a comedy sketch, and it's starting to dip into tragedy.
I'm not sure who you're talking to there, sir, but I'm going to
I'm talking to some very well-liked characters.
Okay, all right. Well,
On
hey,
the Eddie Pepitone pod. Al, don't give out all the information, Al. This is a meta. We're meta.
do you think maybe we could get somebody over to help this gentleman here?
All right.
He seems to be talking to himself about the protein powder.
I don't mean to make fun of your products, okay? But you have a jar of almond butter here for $16.
That's right.
Who would buy that who isn't incapacitated mentally? And by the way, again, where are we? What day it is? What day is it? And can you diddle me?
Well, maybe when I'm off the clock. But it's a Tuesday, you're in a Whole Foods, and this is $14 because, even if you're not
$16.99.
well, it's actually gone down a little bit since
Okay.
we had a price break right now. It happens sometimes at Whole Foods. But even if you're not a millionaire, it doesn't mean you don't get to pay millionaire prices.
Okay, so that was that sketch. And now the last one was from Joanne and Stephen. Charlotte, my dog, spills Eddie's secrets. Okay, so I'll intro this one. I'll
Okay.
do this one. You take a little breather. Hello, everybody. I'm Charlotte, Eddie's dog. Ruff, ruff. And I got my own podcast, finally. First of all, I want to talk about Eddie. He has no semen anymore. because of the prostate surgery. Also, he got high in New York for 3 days. Also, a lot of times, Eddie will be on the bed and pick his nose. Also, Eddie makes calls to friends, and they always end up with him crying. Also, Eddie constantly checks to see if his portfolio has gone up, and it's really not a lot. Also, all right, I think we fulfilled. We fulfilled. Thank you, Joanne and Steven.
Thank you very much
for that email.
I would love to have secret spilling Charlotte as a regular thing.
That's not bad, right?
I like that. Also,
yeah, she just gets right to the point. This one is from Brendan Troutman.
yes.
And this one, saw this on Facebook. I hope he has a cookie for this, and it better be good. Stock up on these items. They are going to cost much, much more. Nabisco has been producing snacks in Mexico since 2003 and has plants in Monterrey and Salinas. Nabisco products made in Mexico. Now, this is when Trump was talking about, hello, doggy.
Hey, bud.
This was when Trump was talking about putting, hello, sweetheart.
Hey, pup.
This was when Trump was talking about tariffs, and welcome to hello, guys.
Hey, pup.
How are you? Hi. Yeah. Hi. You guys are good looking.
Hey.
Yeah. Nice meeting you. Right. Back to Brendan. So this was when Trump, was threatening to do tariffs on Mexico. So he said Nabisco products made in Mexico include Oreo cookies. I didn't know Nabisco made that.
Oh, yeah.
Chips Ahoy, Nabisco. Ritz crackers, Nabisco. Teddy Grahams, Nabisco. Triscuit, Fig Newtons, and Wheat Thins. Now, there's an example, by the way.
By the way, do you have a child who lives in the earth and the only thing he eats is bits of beef? There's no love in your life? Well, I do. That's why we got a new cookie called Children of the Earth. Children of the Earth is sold by our Girl Scouts. Well, they're prisoners.
Look for the earth covered baby on the box.
But that was a good example. All those cookies that Nabisco makes of the monopolization of everything, they fucking corner the market.
Yeah.
I didn't know Nabisco made all those cookies.
Maybe we can get some.
But that was a great email from Brendan.
Yes, very relevant.
Hooking into, okay, now here's another one. This is from Jamal again about AI.
What's up, Jamal?
And he's an interesting dude, and we have to do more research about AI. So he says, this is from Jamal. Jamal, thanks for the shout out in the recent Apocalypse Soon episode. Yes, I was the one who said thumbnails reek of AI.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I really hate AI for the reasons you guys mentioned: energy, pollution, resources, cost, plagiarism, and the idea that humans can't or shouldn't have to create our own art. That also means fleshing out an idea. It's part of the process. There's another reason that isn't talked about as much. I mentioned it in my email. I said it's dehumanizing, perpetuates racist, sexist, homophobic, and other cruel biases. This is true, and I wanted to share my evidence so that I can really drive my point home with you. Here are a couple of videos that very intelligently dive into the topic, and they are called Is Technology Our Savior or Our Slayer? Weapons of Math Destruction, Race After Technology, Coded Bias, Documentary. So
I'm going to check those out.
So, yeah, and so there's links to that. Thank you, Jamal. And he says that AI perpetuates racist, homophobic stuff as well, and all these horrible stereotypes. Or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder what the connection there is with that.
Well, AI just mines data that
Yes.
is already in existence.
Yeah.
And there's so much racism and
Well, yeah.
homophobia.
Well, I remember they let that one loose, some AI go loose on Twitter once, and it was like a few weeks before it was shouting some of the
Which
most.
one was that?
This was a few years back where they
Oh.
basically let it absorb the internet.
Oh
And-
my God! And
Yeah.
Twitter is a nasty little piece of work.
Yes, and then started tweeting, and I'm probably getting this about 75% correct, but it was
Not bad, actually.
Yeah, what would we say? We're in the area
Ballpark.
We're in the ballpark of truth. But yeah, it started getting real racist and sexist and just talking about Nazis all of a sudden. Like, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, look that up. It's pretty interesting.
Anyway,
but yeah, I haven't used AI for any of the thumbnails except for one exception. I did have to make a naked man's legs for the last thumbnail, and I could not find one that I could use. So I
all right. Well, let's be conscious of AI use. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't use it really. Anyway, I also want to say we got one from Zoran Pandorovic. You know Zoran?
I do.
Oh shit! It
Had
said
some back and forth.
Great ep, Pep, dear Eddie. The episode with Bobby was terrific. I think you've stumbled upon a strategy for massive podcast growth. Guilting Bobby into doing the pod was a stroke of genius. Keep doing it. Maybe start a rumor that you've been indicted for human trafficking. Then sit back and see who takes the bait. Ivan.
Brilliant.
So that was very funny. And that's it, Kev. That's our little podcast today. Please email us at, what is the email again?
EddiePepPod@gmail.com. Go to Apocalypse Soon over at Patreon. That's patreon.com/EddiePepitone. Go to EddiePepitone.com. See all of his show dates. And follow. YouTube. We want to break that 3,000 subscribers now. So, I mean, we're going to keep growing this thing. And, yeah, we got guests on the horizon. So follow us and, stay in touch.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching or listening or both. Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.